Hi, it's Kelly, and pretty much as soon as I published my video on the essentials I'm putting in my new car, I realized I'd forgotten a couple very obvious things. The first is a phone charger. Now, I know that Apple, which I use primarily, keeps changing its plugins, and so I have old adapters I probably need to throw away. But I do have a car adapter which has a few different inputs, USB and the other one for my phone, I think it's USB. And having that in the car where it stays forever and I don't take it out is essential because you never know when your battery is going to go bad or you need to charge on the go. And so I keep that in my car. And in my new car, I found the perfect spot for it. The second thing I keep is this little doohickey. It's a couple bucks. I think it was like $6 on Amazon. And what you do is you wrap this around your steering wheel and then you lock it into place. And I'm probably not going to be able to do it without being in the car. But once you get it locked into place, it hangs on your steering wheel and then it opens so that you can slide pretty much any size phone into the gap. So this one, I do have to do it a little off center because if you put the holder on the buttons, it'll go SOS on you. But this hangs on my steering wheel and it is perfect for navigating. Now, I don't know if I'll use it as much in this new car because my new car does have a mapping navigation system. But when I travel, especially if I have a rental car and I don't know what their setup is and I don't want to spend an hour trying to figure it out in some parking lot, I love having this little tool, which again was like very, very cheap on Amazon, that I can use in any car in any situation. So that's the second one, another cell phone thingy. Another thing I'll mention is that I I think it was really popular a few years back with the Bath and Body Works crowd, but I did find and really enjoy these little air fresheners. You can just pop the little case open and replace them whenever they get, dull, or this one doesn't smell like a whole lot of anything anymore. But it's a nice way to kind of just like have a nice scent in the car. I will beg them forever to bring back my favorite, which is called Campfire Coffee, which smells like you're having coffee in the woods. I don't know how they did that, but one of my favorite scents, and I love having this in my car. Now, I only remembered these things because I'm clearing out my old car and going, oh, here's this thing that was stuck in a side pocket or in the back seat. So sometimes it's really nice to just get everything out of a space to figure out what you still need. And sometimes there are things where you're like, oh, I didn't realize I had that, but I want it. One thing I threw in the new car was a bunch of small packs of tissue. I realized this recently when I went to a funeral and I'm sitting there just like crying and I don't have any tissue on me. It would have been great if I had some in my car and I could have grabbed it. Or, I don't know about you, sometimes when you're driving at night or you have the wind, your eyes start to water and you just need to wipe your face with something that is not a rag or a napkin from a fast food restaurant. So those are just a couple of the things I remembered. And then, of course, as I am prepping this new car, I just want to share a tip that I got very early in life, which was my parents bought a new minivan, and the first thing that they did was they went out and had it detailed, mostly just like the outside, they had it waxed. And I remember like I didn't think anything of it at the time. And then much later, my mom mentioned, like, yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's a couple $100 at the time. But what it did was it really protected the paint on that van for much longer than it should have. Like that van was 20 years old and still looking pretty decent when it came to the paint. So that's something that I am planning to do with this new car is to wash it. We just had rain for the first time this month, but as soon as the weather is clear for a couple days, I'm going to wash and then wax it and hoping to continuing to protect the car from the elements. Because living in Kansas, we have everything from 100-degree days to snow and tornadoes. It just, you never know. Sometimes it's all in the same week. So that's just something I'm going to do to kind of protect the car and feel like I'm getting off on the right foot and making sure I have everything I need in the car as well as mechanically and insurance coverage. And I'm doing all of this to reduce my daily stress. so that I don't have to worry about car breaking down if I am going, like tomorrow I have to drive 90 minutes to get to a bank to do specific kind of banking. If you are somebody who drives a lot for work, you know that if your car breaks down and you can't work, you might lose your job. So all these things I'm doing is to make my car a comfortable place to be and to work, a little home away from home, and a place that something that I can take care of, hopefully for years and years and years to come. I would love this car to last me, another 150,000 miles would be great, and to make sure that I get all the value out of it that I can. So I'm sure I've forgotten other things, but if you have anything that you keep in your car that you think I'd be an idiot not to put in my car, let me know in a comment. I will read them all, and I'm hoping I've got everything in there now.